Taking a look at the Spyderco Equilibrium, very cool little stainless steel knife designed by Ed Schempp. We're going to compare it to the Cold Steel Mini Tough Light. These two look like close cousins to me, so I thought I'd compare those, as well as its older yet smaller brother, the Spyderco Balance. So we'll bring those in here in a couple minutes after we go through the main specs on this, and I tell you to buy it at bladehq.com. So first of all, the overall length on this is 4 3/4 inches. The blade length is 1.6 inches, with the cutting edge itself being 1.2 inches. So kind of a tiny cutting edge there. It is full flat ground, you can see that. Good opening on this. It is a fairly small knife, 4.7 inches. You can see it in hand. One thing I like about it a lot is they've given you enough room to get your hand on there. It is a small blade, but you got that index finger choil right there. So you do have space. If it were just the handle, it would be a 3-fingered knife right there. But where they've got that finger choil, you can actually get up on it. No jimping on the spine of the blade at all. That is pretty smooth. It is a frame lock stainless steel frame on it. You can see the pocket clip is the, man, I always forget the name of this one. I always think of Spyder's Diamondback, oh man, figure 8. No, 8, oh man, I always forget it, and then I have to look it up. Hourglass, dang it. I don't know why I can't remember that ever. I always think of Hourglass on a Black Widow. Hourglass pocket clip on it. Anyway, Hourglass pocket clip on it, 4-way reversible, so you can carry it however you would like. You can see it's got this just protective film on it. Figure I'll leave that on, let the owner take it off when they buy it from Blade HQ. So it's got a nice little lanyard hole right there. By the way, with this pocket clip, let me show you a pocket shot to give you an idea of how it rides in pocket. So you got a little bit sticking out there. Opens nicely, one-handed operation, always a good thing. Easy to use. In hand, feels pretty nice. It just sits right there in the groove of your fingers. Right there where the hand meets the fingers. Feels good. In fact, it fits in that spot so nicely that the pocket clip, because you can kind of see it protrudes a little bit, that pocket clip just kind of sits in that space. I'm not sure how that would hold up for a long time as far as hot spots go, but just in hand right there feels pretty good. So the weight on this knife is 2.2 ounces, so it is a fairly lightweight knife. Thumb hole opener, manual, all that jazz. Yep. You get the idea. Blade finish, satin, and a Wharncliffe blade on it. So just kind of run through the specs. Let me take a look at this one with you. The Balance, also by Spyderco. Quick comparison between the two. Both Ed Schempp designs. The Equilibrium to me is kind of a more practical design in hand. I mean, it feels a little better. I can't get my pinky on the Balance, whereas the Equilibrium I can. And this one, it almost kind of has a karambit blade look to it. This is more of your standard, I don't know, standard knife configuration where it's not a karambit style. So if you were cutting leather or something like that, I feel like you could get a pretty good grip on this one. This one, on the other hand, is just kind of funky, and it's almost like a karambit, which for me is not the optimal configuration. But I feel like they took the Balance, and Ed Schempp went ahead and designed it in a little bit more user-friendly version. You can see the handle size comparison there, as well as you've kind of got this finger guard that develops here in the blade that's going to keep your finger a little bit further away from the blade, whereas this one is not quite as, I don't know, restrictive when you've got your finger right in there. So just things that I notice. I notice things on knives, and I like to pass that along to you guys so you can make wise buying decisions. So anyway, the one I wanted to compare it to is the Cold Steel Mini Tough Light. Now this Equilibrium is $94.95 currently on bladehq.com. It's made in Seki City, VG10 steel on the blade. We got Cold Steel Mini Tough Light almost the same size. Overall length on this one is 5 inches, whereas the Equilibrium is 4 3/4. You can see that same Wharncliffe style blade on the Mini Tough Light. Obviously different styles, but same basic look and feel to them. Show you the Mini Tough Light in hand. Now this Mini Tough Light is a little bit thicker. Let me pull out the calipers. I can even feel that just freehanding it. 0.45 inches on that one, and then 0.26. So this Equilibrium is very, very thin. But in this Mini Tough Light, that kind of gives you a little bit more to hold on to in hand. I think between the two, this one feels better in hand to me. By the way, this one is $31.99 currently as of June 2013 on BladeHQ.com. Things you're not getting in this one, it's not made in Japan. This one is made in Taiwan. AUS 8 steel, so kind of a lower grade steel. Different pocket clip, back lock, so the one-handed operation is going to be difficult safely, I guess, would be the way you'd say it. There is jimping on the spine of the blade there, so just different styles, different strokes for different folks. So, but very nice blade from Spyderco here. Let me show you in comparison to a tactical clothespin. You can kind of see the size comparison and make some decisions there. Small knife, definitely a small one. And what else do you want to know? I think that's probably about it. So let me just check blade play before I go. Front to back, rock solid. Side to side, also rock solid. Blade centering on this one, spot on. Lock up in the lock is right about 50%. So there you have it, all the nitty-gritty details for you from Blade HQ. That is the place to buy this one. Buy it now at BladeHQ.com.